That's important. That's why you're broke.
Well,
but it don't matter, Johnny. That's why I care about you. You're a stand-up guy, but you sit down a lot.
I'm never broke. I have you as
I know. Me, you can have anything because you're a friend.
Go right
now,
to
what
your
were you
house.
going to say before I was rude? That was pretty good.
I forgot.
You forgot. I don't blame you.
It wasn't important.
But see, standing up with tongue-in-cheek with, say, a big name or something, I mean, what is his name? The guy the senator who always has the pencil in his hand. Bob Dole. We are at the Italian parade in Newark. They're honoring me and Bob Dole, who's running for president. I oath to God. He gets off the bus. I'm standing there going, Mr. Senator, how are you? He goes, well, Pat, how are you? I got cheesy. He knew who I was. He says, tell me a joke. I said, you're going to win. He went on to pay us that afternoon. I told people what I told him. I mean, he's a great senator. He's a nice. What do you like him? I still was a senator and a nice man. He took the joke. What's the big fucking deal? What's the big deal? God come off the cross. The first thing I say, God, how's your hands? It's fucking humor. It's humor. Father Pietro, he's in Italy, bleeds from the hands, and they made him a saint. All right. I turned around and said, send him a box of Band-Aids. Not because you're disrespecting. It's fucking humor, for Christ's sakes. When you go into a synagogue or you go into a church and you have a smile on your face and you got good heart, that's what religion is all about. And you kid, you know. I used to go in the confessional booth, Johnny, and the priests were always Italian, and you slide the door down, goes, so what's your problem, my son? You dirty rat, I ain't going to talk to you. You understand me? He goes, Abashkala, that's you doing the James Akaga? That's you want to do a Gable, father? And they told my father, and my father would hit me, he had no respect for the church. That's respect. That's laughing. I'm going in there getting the Holy Sacrament. The preacher's going by, don't miss my tongue. Do not miss my tongue. That's fun. In those days, I was getting sick. My father thought I was a retarder. He says, my son's a retarder. They went to the doctor, he put a stethoscope on my head. He told the doctor. And the doctor said, he's a lively warrior. He's wonderful. Don't do that to him because he's a retarder.
Is that retard in Italian?
And when he saw me at the Copa, they says, well, Mr. Caputo, what you think of your son? He's a retarder. Okay? Because they didn't know that a son or a daughter can elevate and have people coming over and saying to my father. Now, they would say to my father, Mike, how are you? How you doing, Mike? And I went on Jackie Gleason and they said, see that guy? That's Pat Cooper's father. He got pissed off. He says, I'm not Pat Cooper's father. I'm a Pasquale Caputo's father. And we didn't talk for 30 years. In fact, he's outside now. I want to know if I want to talk to him. But I'm saying that's okay. That's okay. And if I didn't have a good sense of humor, I'd have killed both of them. So what the fuck are we getting crazy? I never took dope. I never did anything. I never raped anybody. I never did anything. I got a friend like Johnny. My next guest is probably getting old in the back. And Johnny, again, to be blessed to get laughs, we're special. We are special people. You're a naturally special man. You really are. And I love you, Dean. I have the highest respect for you. And you know something? You're going to get even better. You're going to get a series because you deserve it. Not from here, you're not going to get it. Because everybody joins the phrase, oh, I'm going to be a star tomorrow. Don't work that way. You're going to meet a lot of nice people here. Really are.
I have, and that's the best part. I tell everybody about this place. The one misconception, one thing I didn't know was how friendly it was.
It's wonderful.
And it's a really friendly place.
When they honored Billy Crystal, who in my opinion is a giant, and they honored again the bar downstairs, they called the Billy Crystal bar. Right. Well, the place was marked. So I went over to him and said, Billy, I hope you don't get mad, but I turned it down. Yeah, and he went, what? I said, shh, don't say nothing. I thought he didn't believe me. He went over to John Pierre. He said, John, is it true, Pat said that he turned us down? And John says, are you crazy? Listen to this crazy bastard. Of course, nice kidding. Yes, it's Billy. What is your problem? Back off. It's fucking humor, for Christ's sake. But I did turn it down. That's why I am who I am. That's why Johnny does what he does. And my next guest is getting tired. He just fell asleep taking a nap. Is he there? Did he leave?
Yes, he's there.
All right. Johnny, I'm gonna say goodbye to you. I love you. I'm gonna bring on
Thank you.
the next guest. Thanks, Johnny. Johnny, goodbye, Johnny. Look, my next guest is an actor, high class, to the best. I would put him with any good actor out there. On Broadway, I'm sure you saw him in LaGuardia. He did the Rocky Marciano story. He's done some great gangster stories, and he's just a nice man and very talented man. He's my guest, Tony LoBianco, ladies and gentlemen. Right here. Tony, God bless. Welcome.
Hello.
How many saw him in LaGuardia? Hey, that.
Thank you.
Now, that's a rarity because a man like LaGuardia could still be popular. That's how great a mayor he was.
Well,
Very charismatic.
the reason why he was is because he's very current today. Even though his reign was from 1934 to 1945, the way we did the show was everything that was going on then during the Depression and so on, all related to what is happening today in our politics and our way we grow our children and the integrity that we don't seem to have. But he had all that, and he was very sacrificial too. He did everything for the people. And I told Pat before that I did the show in Russia many years ago, and everybody would say, Russia, what do they know about LaGuardia? They don't know anything about LaGuardia. They know about the man and what he did for the people. And it was very successful, and yes, they had 500 people that had earphones. And and I also mentioned it to you about the ambassador, American ambassador was there, and he said to me, "You've done more for our country in these 2 hours than I have done in 2 years." Because the people really relate to what this man stood for as a politician, as a person who cared for you, and that's why I did the show.
Well, we hear more about movie stars and Broadway stars in foreign countries, and when you get a guy like a Mayor LaGuardia, I mean, they go, gee, the man was a politician for the people.
Right.
He thought about the people. I will never forget him when there was a newspapers, right?
No.
He read the cartoons.
Yeah, he read
what's on a Sunday, right?
Dick Tracy. He read
Because
Dick
then
Tracy.
here comes Dick Tracy.
Exactly.
And he read where do you come off a guy of his brain to think that Sunday the kids are going to miss the cartoons?
Well, that's the kind of a guy he was. He was a mathematical genius. He spoke 8 languages.
Did he?
He taught himself, including Yiddish. He was 1 quarter Jewish. Not many people knew that. But his mother's name was Irene Cohn from Venice. And he would be, if you needed something, you could go to his office, pick the people. If you were a kid and you were coming home from school, you would find LaGuardia's car outside, parked out in front of him talking to your mom about seeing what she needed.